1000% behaved as though he was devastated that he and Selena were breaking up again and that he would never get over her and always love her, and was telling her things to that effect as recently as the same week he started dating Haley, and then told Selena he was still in love with her as recently as the day before he married Haley in a quickie courthouse ceremony.
No. No.
I do want to say, this is not coming from a fan. This person is not, like, this is someone who has heard all the information and is able to summarize according to that. This isn't a fan. This isn't coming from somebody from Tumblr or Twitter. So that's reason number one. Okay.
That I wasn't necessarily happy that I made. I'm not an overly sexual person. Sometimes I like to feel sexy, but it doesn't mean it's for somebody else.
Right.
We finally know the truth behind the love triangle that had the entire world hooked: Selena Gomez, Justin Bieber, and Hailey Baldwin. And let me tell you right now, the truth? It's not what most people expected. Let's go back in time. Imagine being 25 years old and living your absolute dream. You've been nominated for Grammy Awards, you've built your own beauty brand, you've starred in hit TV shows, millions of people admire you, and then, the boy you've loved on and off since your teenage years gets down on one knee and proposes. For most people, that would be the happy ending, the moment you've been waiting for. But for Selena Gomez, it wasn't. She said, no, not maybe, not let me think about it, just no. Years passed, and people couldn't stop wondering why. Why would she say no to Justin Bieber? Someone she had loved for so long. Was it because of Hailey? Was it because of Justin's past behavior? Was she still hurting? Then, in 2025, during a podcast interview, Selena finally told her side of the story, and what she said shocked everyone. She didn't reject him because of drama. She didn't do it out of hate. She didn't even do it out of anger. She did it out of love for herself. Selena explained that at that time in her life, she was in the middle of rebuilding. She had just gone through a kidney transplant. She was dealing with serious mental health struggles. She had started therapy. She was focused on her career and healing from years of pain. She said, at that time in my life, I was just starting to rebuild. I had gone through so much: my health, my mental well-being, therapy, my career. I knew I couldn't bring someone into that space when I was just learning how to love myself. And that one sentence, it hit people hard. She wasn't rejecting love, she was choosing herself. She was protecting her peace. She chose to say no, not because she didn't care about Justin, but because she finally started caring about herself. Now, let's not forget just how deep this story goes. Selena and Justin were once the most iconic couple in pop culture. She was America's sweetheart from Disney Channel. He was the Canadian teen heartthrob who blew up with the song Baby. From the outside, it looked magical. They were young, successful, and madly in love. Fans saw them on vacations, eating ice cream, laughing together. They seemed perfect. But behind closed doors, the reality was very different. Selena was battling lupus and anxiety. Justin had his own very public struggles with fame, mental health, and personal mistakes. Both of them were growing up, and they were doing it under the harsh microscope of the media. They tried to love each other, but it was never easy. In 2017, after Selena's kidney transplant, Justin came back into her life. The world thought this was it. This was their moment, their end game. But something didn't feel right. They didn't last, and then came the rumors. Justin did propose to Selena before he married Hailey. At first, no one was sure if it was true. Photos started surfacing, fans began speculating, some called it fake news, others believed it instantly. And then finally, in that 2025 podcast, Selena said it herself. Yes, Justin did propose. I think he meant it. I think he really believed that we were meant to be. Then she added, but I didn't, and that one sentence changed everything. She didn't say it with hate, she said it calmly, with maturity, with clarity, with strength. She didn't believe they were meant to be, not because she didn't love him, but because she loved herself more than she ever had before, and that made all the difference. Now here's where things get even messier. Some people believe Justin's proposal came from pressure at that time. He was reportedly having visa issues in the US after marrying Hailey Baldwin in 2018. He applied for a green card through marriage.
Where's he a citizen?
Toronto.
Canada. What happens when you have a work visa and you have criminal charges against you? Can you apply to be a US citizen?
No. You have to be married.
What happens if you are basically kicked out of the US and all of your
income is from
the US, what do you have to do?
You have to apply for a work visa, and you have to.
No, you have to sell your master's.
So what's the?
So people started asking, was the marriage just about love? Or was it also about staying in the country? Selena didn't speak on that directly, but she did say something that hinted at the truth. I couldn't make a life decision based on pressure, fear, or someone else's timeline. In other words, maybe Justin was rushing things, but Selena wasn't ready. And honestly, how many of us have been there? Sometimes we're pressured into relationships, into marriage, into jobs, into decisions we're just not sure about, and the hardest thing in those moments is saying no. But Selena did say no, not because she was scared, but because she was strong. She chose healing over romance. She chose growth over fantasy. She chose herself. When clips from her interview went viral on TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube, the response was massive. Fans were shocked, but also deeply moved. People were saying things like, "She didn't say no because of him, she said no because of her. That's growth." Selena became a symbol not of heartbreak, but of self-respect, self-love, and strength. Even Hailey Bieber, the woman at the center of so much of the drama, reportedly liked a tweet praising Selena's decision. Was it a sign of respect? A PR move? No one really knows, but it made people pause and think. Selena's choice wasn't just about Justin. It was about every girl who's ever felt like she had to choose between love and herself. And in that same podcast, Selena said something else that really stuck with people. I didn't want to look back and wonder what would have happened if I had just given myself a little more time to become the person I'm proud of. That one line said everything. Today, Selena is in a completely different place. She's thriving. She's building Rare Beauty into one of the most successful makeup brands in the world. She's producing award-winning shows. She's writing music that's honest, deep, and hopeful. But more than all of that, she's at peace. And honestly, isn't that the real goal? Because happiness, it isn't just about who's beside you. It's about who you are when no one's watching. So here's the question. Have you ever been in a moment where saying yes felt expected, but deep down, you knew the answer was no? Have you ever had to choose yourself, even when it hurt? Selena Gomez's story isn't just celebrity drama. It's a reminder for all of us, you don't have to follow someone else's fairy tale. You can write your own, and if you're healing, growing, or just trying to figure it all out, remember, you don't need to have it all together to make the right choice. You just need to be honest with yourself and brave enough to say no when your heart says not yet. Selena didn't reject love, she embraced self-love, and in today's world, that might just be the most powerful love story of all. And that's the real story, not just about Selena and Justin, but about you and me. It's not always easy, but sometimes the bravest thing you can do is say no when your heart whispers, not yet. If this story moved you, let me know in the comments. Tell me where you've chosen yourself, even when it wasn't easy. And if you're on that path right now, give yourself credit. You're making the hardest, most beautiful choice there is. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so we can keep lifting each other up. Take care of your peace, and I'll see you in the next video.